This is the biggest deathmatch tournament in a while, and you asked for a lottery fairy. So this is what I've been wearing the entire fucking show match. But let me change real quick, because I'm too sweaty now.
You're aware the cam is on, right? Or should I turn
The
it
camera's
off?
on. Oh, I'm aware.
Good. I just didn't want to do the involuntary striptease thing. Let's go! We've got a tie. You've been wearing that shirt and a tie under your sweater the whole time?
We got a tie and jacket and everything. Like I said.
Let's go.
You wanted your Vanna White. I'm dressing up for the occasion.
You mentioned Vanna White. I didn't even know who she was, but...
Got too much
tournament? Live draft?
I was so sweaty under all that.
I can't believe that.
All right.
Looks good.
Hopefully this works. We figure out where my camera's pointing, so it's over there. So I want to be. Your stream is on a delay. I should watch that, which means. Okay, yeah. So cool, awesome. So we got these pin boards back here, and I got pins. So we're gonna be doing the graph. I wanted to do flags. So unfortunately, the problem was my printer sucks, and it would not print red at the very least. And if it was printing color, it was a gamble. So let me put these up. We have a little bit nicer of a display.
We do have flags. It might be a bit hard to read the. It's group A, group B, group C, group D. I think it's fine.
Yeah, these are not as big as I was hoping, unfortunately. We're going to move this forward in a second. Let me get these pins going. Okay, we do have 3, so we'll go here, group C.
We can all imagine where the groups are, right? It's 4 groups.
Yeah, but then I'm going to be pinning the names, and unfortunately, like I said, I don't have the flags, so it will be a little bit more difficult to read if that was the case. So I am going to try to move this up and get a better angle. Worst case scenario, we switch over to the spreadsheet, and all this work would be for naught. But it was an valiant effort, right?
But the live feed is cool, right, guys?
Exactly. Yeah, I was like, you know what? If I had had an extra day, this would have been way better production and everything. But that's the life we live.
I don't think we've ever had a draft that someone was doing live in their apartment in DM before, so we're already setting historic records.
Hey,
with your
like
mini white dress as well.
It's a big one.
Come on.
Exactly, right? Gotta look nice for the big event. So it's gonna fall over.
You're not using modern technology the old school way. Gotta move closer to DM on LANs, man. At least the bracket draw is live.
Exactly, yeah. That would be pretty dope. Actually, I could move the camera closer.
That would help, I think, if you couldn't do that. I feel like I'm so useless here. I'm just the spectator.
No, it's totally fair. If you want to start kind of explaining some of the teams, I don't have.
I did that already while you were preparing. I was talking about the team members.
Yes, that takes too long. So, how about this? Is that a little bit better?
And now you look like a teacher. It's focusing on the. I think it's better. Yeah. How is it, guys? We have 8 groups. It kind of doesn't fit my sense of symmetry there. Maybe put group 8 more to the right, so more symmetric.
I do have a second. Yeah, that's true. I do have a second pin board.
Soul2 says it's better. Hi, Soul2, by the way.
Excellent.
Yeah. Says it's sick.
So at least we can start there.
I guess I'm mainly the chat reader, right? You're the showmaster, and I notify you for this.
Exactly. Yeah, showmaster, and you're the knowledge guy. You are the one who's going to be answering all the questions. So I got my little Squirtle bag for the groups. Oh, the camera's over here. I have to remember where the camera is actually located. We might be able to move this even a little closer. Exactly. And then for the nations, I have to empty this out. But most people probably won't know this, and this is totally shilling. Sweet Martha's cookies. The greatest cookies you've ever tasted from this Minnesota State Fair.
I don't think I've ever tasted them.
Countries are going to go. No, they are U.S. So in Minnesota every year they have the Minnesota State Fair, and that is where it is like millions of people. Like a tenth of the state of Minnesota goes to it. It is something that is unreal. And if you think like the most American thing possible, the Minnesota State Fair is a great representation of just why is this a thing, and it's amazing. And the food there is great. And anyone who is able to, I highly recommend going to it at some point because it's great. So move some stuff over here, and then we can actually get started at long last. I have the random civilizations over there. Everything should be good. I keep encroaching on the camera.
So we see the board now
cool.
fine, but if you're standing, we don't really see your face. I'm not sure how much. If you're next to the board, it's fine, I think. Yeah, that's
Got a
good.
chair right here.
That's good. I wanted
Perfect.
to make a screenshot.
Oh no, absolutely, yeah. And also, we have all these hats. If you want me to mix it up at any point, we got the Maya hat, the only Age of Empires. If I can find more hats of different Civ flags, I would try to get them all. All right. So the way this is going to work is
you could add like all the hats that you have in for one for each nation, and then hang the hats on the clipboard in the colors.
That would be cool. That's actually what people do for American football for like colleges and stuff.
Oh,
they do them like a
really?
bunch of different hats. And if we could, I would absolutely do that. But that's A, expensive, and B, I don't know if there's hats with the logos. So, the only other thing I wanted to do that I didn't get was bring my laptop in so I had the information easily at hand. Cool. So the way we're going to do this is we are going to be pulling Turfux and Sniper have seeded the different teams. We have I don't know if you are able to show them on screen right now, but we have different tiers of this different teams, and so we're going to be pulling from each pool will have 4 teams. Each team will have each group will have exactly. Yeah, here we go. Those are the teams themselves. If we go over to the pools tab, you can show that is where the different so we'll be pulling in that order. The reason there's some subcategories, we'll get to that in a second, is just to avoid regional conflicts. But we'll be pulling all the teams from group 1 first. So Germany A, Great Britain A, pretty much the teams that are favorites to win the tournament. So we'll be going through those first and putting them into groups. Each team will be drafting the group they're in, and from there they will we'll slap them on the board, and we'll figure out our groups from that. So we're all the hats at once. I have done that before. So, now this is the problem. I have all the teams in this. I don't know if you can see it right here. In this giant pile that I cut.
I can see you again. Yeah, I switched over to the camera.
So I need to figure out. We got Germany A, Great Britain A. I was hoping to have these all in separate piles, but unfortunately, Germany A, Sweden. Not Great Britain C.
Freaking Andy! Congratulations on qualifying for the Brazilian land, man.
Oh, hell yeah. Good job, Freaking Andy.
Second most important thing happening today after the bracket draw.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. USA B is also there. Arabians are not. I'm just pulling these all out so I can grab them later. Who are some of the other Seed 1 teams? If I'm coming across them, I feel like I should know this. Not Australia. Pakistan is USA A is. Pakistan is a Seed 1, right?
Yes. Pakistan is in Pool 1, yeah.
Yep.
Spain, Pakistan.
Russia is in
no,
Pool
Russia
2.
is Pool.
GBA.
2?
International A is not. India is not. No.
India is not, no.
NASA should be, but isn't. Japan isn't. Canada, Bulgarians.
Oh, and you can fully focus on the top tier event of the year. Exactly.
Exactly. We're missing Austria, I think, right? Yeah, Austria is here.
As we speak with Andy, Austria needs to go in the first pool.
All right. So we're going to do our first, figure out who's going into a pool first. I'm not going to look. Have the hand cam, but I'll just do it here. So the first team we're going to put into a thing is Germany A. I think probably the most exciting team to sign up in the sense, simply because I think, I know you were expecting it. Let me switch over here.
I wasn't expecting it. I wildly predicted it.
A lot of people might have been shocked that we got Viper back to come play some DM. So Germany A, of course, let me swap to that tab. Pilar, Zayu, Nili, Turds, Shikso, I forget how you pronounce that, and the Viper. So I don't know if you want to tell us a little bit about that, Otter, while I find.
Yeah, I mean,
them
they're
in
all
this list.
imposters. Obviously, it's only the second best German team. But quite some known names in there, right? One might know Keller from giving Frost one of his not so many close sets in recent history in TDM 5 playoffs. The other one is obviously freaking Andy in the TDM 6 playoffs. But we come to Austria in a second. And we've got also Zayu, who's been a staple of Div 1 in TDM. And then we've got some people that are very, very, very good in RM with Terz and Shixo. And are dipping into DM. Shixo also playing a lot of TDM. So kind of a regular already in DM.
Shixo was in Div, what was it, Div 3?
Div 3.
Div 4?
Yeah.
Div 3. Div 3, which is a very nice showing. And he did
And then
well,
obviously
so.
the two most known members over all the whole AU2 community. Everybody knows who Nili and Viper are, right? But if you're not that used to DM, we do need to say that Viper was the unbeaten Deathmatch World Cup champion for 3 Deathmatch World Cups in a row. So already by that, quite a big deal. And obviously one of the most famous people in AU2 overall.
Yeah, my understanding was pretty much like the 2010s and everything. It doesn't matter what the game mode was, Viper was the best, right? Like, it's just he was winning pretty much everything. Kind of how Hera wins in RM right now.
Yep.
It was just RM, DM.
Or Frost wins in DM right now.
Well, yes. Now that's now. I'm saying the 2010s up until, Viper swapped to focusing much purely on RM and the DMs really picked up their game. But we have the
Interesting part with also if we have Viper back, right, in DM, and True and Leash, who also have come back for this tournament, and you just saw play in USAA. Big rivalry there. They always wanted to take down the Snake. So yeah, kind of maybe a bit surprising opportunity for them to finally do it in a high stakes tournament contest. I think there was some finals where True actually played with Quendy though, where Viper and True were playing together. So yeah, that's an exciting storyline too.
It's a big target on Germany A for sure, simply because they have the big name, some of the biggest names, which a few of the other teams have some really big names as well. Actually, I put my glasses on so I can actually read the screen. Yeah, I mean, with let's see, who else do we have? We talked about Caillou, Kilar, Zayu, and Turs. I heard there was a lot of action about Turs joining. People were pumped for that. Somebody was saying he's the 3rd best RMer from Germany. Is that what I read somewhere?
That would be Jordan, right? And then yeah, maybe he's in contention for that. I mean, there's also running and target. I think it's pretty close.
Germany's pretty stacked for AoE, but
arguably Stole pleased with his recent success. Not sure how I would rank them in RM, to be honest. Freaking Andy has a bracket question that I cannot answer, to be honest. I'm just streaming this. I'm not an admin. I don't know.
How's bracket after group stage? So the way that the bracket after group stage is going to be, it's similar to how World Cup ends up going. Where I'm getting cut off on yours, but I'm not on mine. Okay, so I was looking at mine, and I'm fine there, but you cut me off a little bit, which is fine. After group stage, it'll be playoffs. We'll have, I believe, 2 teams from each, the 2 top teams in each pool move on to the playoffs, and the 2 bottom teams from each pool move into the silver playoffs. And then it's just going to be, a classic single elimination bracket from there.
The question is if the first group A plays against the second of another group. I think that's...
as far as seeding goes, I don't know. That would be up for, that's a question I think Turfux and Sniper need to figure out. They might have an answer already, might be in the handbook, but
yeah, let's go on with the draft. Yeah, I'm sorry.
All right, so let's get their first pool going. Just gonna grab the Germany is in Group A, so that works out well. Grab Germany, put them in Group A. Yeah, definitely wish I'd gotten slightly bigger printouts, but
I can read it on my little bit smaller thing in OBS, so it's probably fine if you full screen it, at least on a PC. And we're saying it if you're on smartphone, right?
Yeah, I can maybe move this a little bit closer and get a little bit better angle. But
The whole picture is good though with
table-
you sitting there. It's like a mix of like you look like a teacher that's explaining something on the
Professor Mojito. All right. Cool. So next team we're going to talk about. The light.
drum
I don't have any lights.
roll.
We are looking at USAA, the team that just won in the show match, beating Great Britain A. So we've already talked a little bit about them earlier, but since we're starting a technically separate video, why don't you give us a rundown of some of the players, Otter?
Yeah, we've got True, Improvise, a favorite, Leash, Leaf, and Mystical Soul, aka Praxis, in their team. Obviously, True, I just already mentioned, Deathmatch World Cup 1 champion, and famously beat the Viper in a big show match after Deathmatch World Cup 3, where they didn't face, and the only one to put kind of a little stopgap in Viper's DM legacy. So rivalry about to continue there. Also historically always one of the top DMers. Yeah, and returned for this tournament after, I would say, around 2 years break. Improvise has been steadily playing, only playing team games. He isn't really that interested in 1v1. Very strong pocket. Traditionally for all the Quendi teams, because that's kind of the Quendi clan US team. Favorite, recently, biggest challenge to Frost in last TDM in the group stage. Took 2 games there. Looked really strong.
Match.
And also, like, probably of the active players of the last months and years, top 4 player for sure, I would say. And then we've got Leash returning, who was the historical part of the big 4 when, like, it was Viper, Tato, Viper, True, The Code, and Leash. As I said earlier during the show match, has not played since Deathmatch World Cup 4, so returning after 5 years, but he looked pretty de-rusted already in the show match. Therefore, very strong contender.
Good showings, yeah. Absolutely a fan of how much he was actually rating. He was kind of in charge of just trying to destroy as much trade as possible.
Then we've got Leaf, always active. He has been continuously playing DM since 2006. So the continuous activity of Leaf there. Very creative player. Plays very differently than everybody else. And maybe the biggest return in their team as well. Mystical Soul, aka Praxis, aka Dane. He was only active before my time, so I can't say that much, but he was a top player throughout maybe more even the earlier or middle parts of the 2010s. So everybody's coming back and uniting for Nations Cup.
And he was forced to play the Mayans, and he did pretty well with them. I kind of liked how he played it. So he is my vote. But let's grab their group. And they are going in Group E. Not too much to talk about which group goes where so far. Honestly, probably could have just done one at a time, but this is, may as well drag it on for viewership, right? More ads, all that fun stuff.
The Icelandics have some hot springs to attend in the morning. They want to get to themselves.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I guess we could probably just start going through a little bit faster for the first round, at least. So next up is going to be Great Britain A.
Oh, we just saw them as well really strong players in their team, right?
Mm-hmm. They were the, as you were saying, they were the biggest, that was kind of the big rivalry, was USAA versus Great Britain for the longest time.
Yeah. And Daywalker also, like, when he plays, he never gets bad. Like, some people get rusty. Daywalker just stays the same every time. He's instantly there again. We saw that today. Probably didn't have his hotkey set up, so I think he hasn't played since the water rework. But still played really super high level, and he's always constantly at the high level. Was also finalist on Hyper Random in TFC, so shown relatively recent top 2 performances.
Now, Daywalker is the the founder of, was it Suno or?
No? He is in Suno, yeah. I'm not sure about founder.
Okay. He was, at least I saw, he started back in 2001, according to Wikipedia. I did a little bit of research on some of the players, but he's been around for a while. Not to be a fellow old person, but he has a lot of experience. So who else? And Tweppy's next.
Tweppy is, well, he's been one of the top players in TDM in the last months. Has constantly improved also to 2K and RM at one point. I think with Brew coaching, who we're gonna get to. So yeah, also top player like of the recent years, especially kind of resurfacing. I think he was active in the old days, then take a break, and recently like 2-3 years ago. Our recently is getting longer and longer with all these old legends here, right?
Right.
KD also has always been around, really strong player. And Rage, we haven't seen since a while. It's a bit the opposite of Daywalker, though. He does get rusty, so he might have some unrusting to do. And actually, for the first time, usually in different clans. Rage is in Quendi, and Daywalker is in Suno. But with this format, the two brothers can play together.
Ooh, exciting. Are they actually brothers?
There's more brothers, right? Freaking Andy and freaking Chris are brothers too.
I mean, yeah, I guess that makes sense. I guess DM runs in the family. All right, so Great Britain is going to go into Group H. Next up, we are going to talk about Pakistan.
You need to ask some questions, man. I'm talking too much.
Oh, no, hey. I mean, I love to hear. I can look at some of the players, but like you said, you're the one who knows all of the the history of these players and everything. I think I'll have more to say once we start talking about possible matchups in the pools or in the groups, once we get a little bit closer to that. But for now, I just like hearing about all the different players because you're the one with all the knowledge. You're the one with all the knowledge. So like I've seen Ula, I've seen Original around, I've seen WAP Defer around. I shouldn't shorten that name. But yeah, give me a little bit of rundown of who all is in Pakistan.
Yeah, Ula obviously recently rising to fame in DM, or very recently reaching top 1 after a grand run throughout the TDM Tarnished Deathmatch divisions. Never lost a single div, always won it, and has now reached Div 1 with winning Division 2 last season. So he's officially top 10 in the world and looking really, really strong. Yeah, that's Ula. Zeriap, also a Quendi member, has also been constantly around the top 10 to 16 in DM. So super strong player there. Really likes to rush, really aggressive, micro-oriented player in Zeriap. Siege is a staple of the DM team game community, playing a lot of regular games. Vabdafir, more transitioning from the closed map world, playing a lot of Michi and recently moving to open maps, but shows quite some potential.
I mean, if you're good at Michi, like that is an aspect I feel like a lot of DMers aren't too familiar with, which is just the endurance, being able to endure those wood games. Something that could help out.
Definitely can happen on Runestones, right? As we just saw. And rounding out the team is Oxygen, who is a very strong RMer, around 2k elo in RM. And he has famously taken a game of freaking Andy in the Fastest Chaos in the main event, which was kind of his call to fame. And has kept playing DM ever since.
Pretty good achievement. That's a very good achievement. And they are going into Group F. All right, next up, let's talk about Austria.
You just mentioned freaking Andy. Taking a game off him is such a big achievement, not only because he is as good in RM as everybody knows he is, and just today qualified to a LAN tournament, but also because he has been the other dominant force in DM in recent years next to Frost. Agent P, Team India, is reporting, and has won Deathmatch World Cup 5. So, since the Deathmatch World Cup series a bit discontinued, is the reigning Deathmatch World Cup champion. And
that's a pretty big deal.
Has been like the top 2 player to battle with Frost for the crown for most over the last years. And they had a super close finals last TDM as well. His brother returning, freaking Chris, playing in the same team. And you wouldn't expect it with what I just said about Andy. but when I joined, and like kind of historically in DM, Chris was the stronger brother. Chris was the better and the like had the better results player before like Andy's rise to top 2, right? And then Chris took a bit of a break, but he was playing tournament finals. I think he even won some not as big tournaments as well back then. So yeah, the two brothers together, also super good dynamic. I guess they once had a streak of, I don't know how many games was it? Someone recently mentioned it. But they had an insane streak of like 50 wins or something in DM 2v2s together. Or even
That's
more.
insane.
So yeah, they play really, really well together as well. So that makes them super, super scary.
Mm-hmm. Then we got Ween Dinchester.
They get at some RM support. Ween Dinchester, known for playing in Nocturna, the kind of German-speaking esports team. It's a very strong team, and yeah, so a very strong team game player that needs to adapt to DM a bit, but very good third player for them. And then they've got the champion
with the freaking
of Div
Andy
11
Chris supporting.
Yeah, and secret weapon, the magical elephants of unknown player, aka dysfunctional tryhard. We know him as
Let's
one
go.
of our most beloved TDM players. It's great that he is in the team, and I would love to see him play maybe some matches.
Yeah. At the very least, even if he doesn't play, you can never discount just having an extra person watching over the shoulder, kind of analyzing as the game goes on and being able to give some advice afterwards. It's, you don't necessarily need to be someone of freaking Andy's skill level to have opinions or advice for an active game, because you can notice stuff that the others might not. So
that's true. He's a tournament organizer as well. And I'm being corrected that Chris and Andy had a almost 100 win streak.
Whew. That is quite a long game streak. All right, next up is the team I think everyone is expecting to not need to talk too much about, but we have the one and only Team Sweden.
No talent at all. Gonna go down. I don't know, what do they even have, right?
They got Frost 9. I don't think
Ganji. I mean, come on. He's on a downward trajectory in every regard. Camrad, most watched Valhalla member ever. Totally lost to Zhao today. Spaden can't even win. Oh no, he won his div. I fail to say something bad about Spaden. And Avid Frost, who that's only a Michi player, right?
Mm-hmm. Frost is just a Michi player. We all know that, right?
Never transitioned to open map DM. Has totally not won every tournament recent memory.
Yeah, right. It is the question is going to be, can another team pull the forces up and stop Frost's just insane dominance? And it is tough because Frost also has won other team games like Carry Me or Die. So putting him like not by himself.
Obviously, notwithstanding of what I said, he does have very strong mates here as well. Like Ganji also like top 3, top 4 in recent times. Second place DM World Cup 5. Beat Frost there, but wasn't managed to beat him ever since. Camrad, one of the best Valhalla players. And very strong pocket as well, Camrad, I would say. And yeah, Spaden had a great performance smash to defeat last TDM.
Yeah, I think going into this, I think Sweden is, if not the team to beat because of Frost, it's them, or they're one of the teams that everyone I think has as a favorite, because
they're
it's just Frost. He's just winning everything. Yeah.
So. One could argue with Viper, maybe Germany. One could argue USA, maybe, but I think it's Sweden, right?
Yeah, it's when you have a player who has reached levels of dominance that only a few others have. It's hard to go vote against them. So, all right, next up, we have USAB. So the other USA
team. Not much weaker than USAA. One relatively similar level player-wise. USAA historically more renowned, though. So makes sense that they're the A team, but it's kind of the Suno team to the Quendi team, with the family mixed in as well. Family actually being listed at the top for them, so the two remaining the family members, Boomstick and Backy Back, who are very, very solid Div 2 Div 2 players. Becky Beck, I think, was even in the playoff to advance to Div 1 this season. And yeah, so 2 strong players of the family there. And then, of course, Hazy, who has played many TDM finals against Frost, kind of also top 2 for a while over the last year. And yeah, Grinchy, very, very strong pocket. Was also in one of the top teams last CMOD, and historically good team game player. Playing a lot more Raid Forest now, but returning for these DM tournaments. Hydra, also another really strong player returning that we haven't seen in a while, but has historically performed very, very well with the Zuno teams in team games. Last played probably 4 years ago or so. And Strike Muffin, the captain of the biggest cooking team in CMOD 2. So Strike Muffin strategies with this team could be a very, very strong addition.
Yeah, I think this this tournament, compared to a lot of other more standard draft tournaments, can lead to a lot more like very interesting strategies leading up to things, because you might know a little bit more about like what your options are and everything. So there's a little bit more to be gained about trying to cook up some devious strategies. So USAB is going to go into the Group B, fittingly. So, and that leaves us with the last but not least, Spain.
Spain, yeah, a team definitely to look out for. Tato returning to playing DM, probably biggest name there. Also, the team that was made the best meme about. KD made the best meme, in my opinion, so far in the circus ring in the Discord. I can maybe show it on stream.
We gotta get that circus ring going.
Potato. Go. No, I need to turn off your cam.
Still be here, don't you worry.
There it is.
That might be too reflective.
Bento, obviously, hero of the ranked DM ladder. Listed first player. The bull. Will carry them for sure.
That's pretty good. Yeah, so Tato, like you said, having a lot of history in DM. I think most people obviously know him for his RM prowess, but he's definitely has some very good showings in past DM tournaments.
Yeah, always made the main event, always make it late into the playoffs as well in the World Cups. So definitely one of the top DMers of all time as well. And then a lot of strong Spanish players overall, rounding out their team with Pume, Pucolo, More. More has played a lot of DM, played a lot recently as well, been very active. And Chambridge, who had a strong performance in Div 2 last TDM.
Okay. I'm just grabbing the next group, next team.
It gets super exciting also for me now, but I need to take a quick bio break. I'll be back in 30 seconds.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Do it. You've been talking. Get some water. Okay, so we have in the tier 2, we have Germany B, which we're going to be going over first, just to avoid conflicts with Germany A. That way we can just redraw them right away. We have Russia, Australia, Brazil. Find teams. I'm not the best at Where's Waldo. I'm missing Brazil. Where did Brazil go? I don't know. I guess Brazil just doesn't get a play. We'll figure that out in a second. Who else? Why is there no Brazil? Brazil should be somewhere in here. Did I throw them away? All right, we might have to utilize USA B. We're going to replace that for the B stands for Brazil. Ugh. The moment I do this too, I'm going to find Brazil. Brazil, there we go. Who else we got? We got Canada and France and Poland. France.
Oh my god,
Canada,
that's about us.
Poland. And Mexico B is there. All right.
So USA is
first,
now Brazil? What is that?
No, USA B is now Brazil.
Okay,
Brazil has absorbed half of the US. So, first off, we're going to do the drawing for a certain someone's team, Germany B.
Why is there no suspense for me?
No suspense. We got to make sure you don't end
Yeah,
up in
so
Group
nervous.
A. We don't want to. We want to avoid the regional conflicts. So
Yeah, everything but
just
Group G,
swap
please.
over. Group G. Oh, you don't want to be in the Sweden? I'll make sure.
It's
We move
always the
away.
team to avoid is Frost team.
Yeah. Or what? Before we go, what team? What group would you want? Before I look.
I'm not gonna say that.
Not gonna say. All right. Don't
You
want to
can
paint
ask
a
me
target.
after if
All
I'm
right.
happy. I just want to say I don't want to.
So Germany B is going into Group F with Pakistan.
That would have been a contender of something I would have wanted. Let's see.
All right. So tell us a little bit about Germany B. It's got quite the admin heavy team.
Yeah, we're totally gonna. I expect we're gonna get raked into a win, right? I'm not expecting to. We have to play, actually.
Yeah, a couple admin wins, and you'll make your way and face Frost in the
I'm
grand
the
finals.
captain. I'm not reading the handbook, and Turfux and Sniper do all the rigging. That's my expectation. So we're obviously gonna win our group with Pakistan.
Yeah. So we got you, which you've done a lot of DM lately. You've done a lot of RM. Unfortunate about your game today. I kind of tuned in at the very end when you had a hole in the wall, unfortunately. But you took a game, which was you didn't sound very confident.
We made top
it,
6
so.
in CMOD. We can talk about that. It's a team game tournament, right? Supposedly
exactly,
one
yeah.
of the weakest captains. 3 people playing DM or 2 people playing DM for the very first time in my team, and we made top 6. Maybe the more important statistic than a 1v1 league for this, right?
Oh no, absolutely, yeah. That's the information I don't have, so love to hear. Your teammates, of course, as you mentioned, Sniper and Lord Turfux, the other admins, or
and
the actual
other
admins, the
team
hosts.
that, with a not so high captain, made top 6 in CMOD. So same team game, high results there for my 2 partners.
Yeah, so they have quite the history there, and then you got Benanji and AR12.
Yeah, AR12 has played a lot of DM in the past. Around 2020 till like 2023 or so was very active. It's some really good tournament results.
I remember
making
seeing
it deep
his
into
name
main
when
events.
I was playing back in the day.
Yeah, a really strong player and very good flank. I was always playing team game tournaments with him and Camrad mainly, and him, Camrad, and Zayu, the 3 people I played most team game tournaments with. And then retired a bit, drop boys. And then we've got Benanji, the highest ELO RM on our team, 2k5 RM. And man, that guy learns quick.
I was going to say,
I did 2 coaching sessions with him. Go on.
Oh, I was just going to say, we've had discussions about how much RM players can transition into deathmatch. And it's when you're that good at the game in RM, you have a lot of like the mechanical skills, you have a lot of the knowledge skills. Like you just have to put in a little bit of time and effort into, being coached or learning the openings and stuff. But once you get over that hurdle, it allows you to really just, you're going to show why you're a 2K5 player in RM, and it's going to transfer somewhat decently into DM. A lot of overlap.
I did 2 coaching sessions with him of like 1 hour or 1.5 each, and like he's already there, I would say. Like it's super scary and perfect teammate. I think we can do great things with him.
Is the draw planned to finish before 3 a.m.? Maybe. It's not 3 a.m. for me, so I got plenty of time, but we can rush it a little bit faster. 10 min per team? Oh, absolutely. So, okay, so now that we
I will just say that it was Turfux and Sniper's decision when we were doing this draft. And if you demand Otter to do a draft, it's not going to be quick, and I don't think that the same goes for Mojito. So. We're doing a live draft. Come on, that show needs some
exactly.
time.
Yeah. How much do you want more? And I will plug it. We do have the Tarnished Deathmatch League YouTube channel, which is going to be hosting all of the casts and tournament sets and everything for the tournament. So we'll have a video of this as well. So if you do have to go to sleep, this should be on it at some point, whether it's uploaded on Otter's channel and put into the playlist or uploaded on the TDM channel. So if you do have to leave, it's unfortunate, but you will get to see the rest of it if you'd like to get the suspense.
I'll try to
in
look for
person.
the like your combined YouTube channels link because it's gonna be there. I might upload it on mine as
Do you want
well.
to post
So
it? Yeah,
maybe I actually
thought
upload this straight away. So check out my YouTube and check out. I'm gonna send it.
Yeah, if you got the link.
I'll
So the
find
next
it.
team we're going to be talking about is actually going to be Russia. So Russia, pretty solid team. I think they're all. It's going to be Vinchester, Antagonist, and Wide. I think that is much more of a. I mean, does Vinch have history in RM?
He has a
Or
lot
in
of history in
DM? I know
RM,
Vinch
but
is.
also in DM.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
He's won the DM World Cup, one Silver League, I believe. And I have, like, it's a bit of personal history, but the first ever Deathmatch tournament match I played in my life was in Deathmatch World Cup 3 qualifier against Winchester. And he actually prepared for me because he thought I was a Woofly DMer. I wasn't. He clapped me. But it was very fun. And yeah, he's really, really good. He's been really, really strong in DM. So that's definitely a strong team too. And I'm not sure about his two teammates in DM history, but they're obviously super, super strong RMers with Antagonist and White. Oh yeah.
It's going to be, I mean, it's similar to what we were talking about with Benanji, where it's, they have the skill, they have the elo. Do they devote some time to practicing and learning, and especially in team game DM? And if they put in the time and effort, they have the mechanical skill and knowledge to make it where it needs to. Like, they can go far. I would not ever, especially with Vinch, like, I would never necessarily bet against Vinch out of nowhere, so. All right, what pool are they in? They are going to be in Group G. Oh, they are going up against Sweden. They got the pull.
Griffin just said it. Sweden-Russia would be funny. Griffin is rigging it, man.
Yeah, Griffin got what he asked for. You have Russia going into Sweden. It's going to be Vinchester versus Frost. That is definitely a matchup I'm excited to see.
Obviously, probably not what Russia was hoping for, at least if I think.
No, absolutely not. I don't think anyone's really hoping for Group G. So, but I mean, again, it's one of those things. Like, if they put in a lot of effort, they definitely could have a good showing. It's an uphill battle. I don't think we can sugarcoat it too much. It's Frost and company. So,
just reporting, Sweden, we also have some hype for Mexico A in the chat. They have a lot of young players, and people are really excited to see them.
Yeah, no, I love to see. I'm personally excited. Like, I always love the top teams, right? Watching Frost versus favorite, or USA versus Sweden, USA versus Great Britain, always super fun. But the up and comers, seeing who the future DMRs can be, seeing them make runs, that's going to be the exciting stuff as well. Like, those matches are going to be very fun.
Absolutely. Who's next?
We're gonna up next is going to be, we have USA B, and the B stands for Brazil. So it's going to be the Brazil team.
Come on, Brew. It's actually Brew, not Brav. Brew, very, he's been a top DMer as well. He bit the same story as True. Top DMer is apparently the best road to get employed by Microsoft. Because that happened not only to True, but it also happened to Brew. And yeah, they are devs now. And so Brew, further dev, or also developer of the game, responsible for some balancing, I think. And he's teaming with
so
Fire
why
and
insertions are blowing up.
Yeah. But I guess True is probably happy that he isn't blamed for once, and Nilly will be too. So we've actually got 3 Microsoft employees in the tournament. I just noticed that.
I mean, can we? They should talk to their managers, and I don't know, talk about maybe a little bit of a prize pool. Cough, cough, cough. But yeah, Brazil's teammates, Fire and Goku, both, from what I understand, very solid RM players. I think Goku is even like he competes, right? Like, he is top tier.
He does. Fire does even more. I think Fire is even better in RM.
Is he? Okay.
But yeah, both were in Onimaru. Back in the day. We're in Onimaru for quite a while, and Fire has been long-standing top player in the game. Also, Mem's best co-caster. So
I was gonna say I see him streaming almost every night. I whenever I'm not doing something, I'll usually have an Age of Empires stream on the side, and one of them is Fire is always on there. So he's definitely putting in the hours. So
True
but
says
Fire and
True is the
Goku probably
strongest.
don't have much of a history in DM, right?
Fire has a big history in DM. He's played a lot. Also has this history of not necessarily showing up to every match. So I hope Brazil will make their tournament games. Electricity
Yeah, and
in
they only
Fire's
have,
place is a bit at times.
No, they don't have a fourth player to fill the gaps, which is why gotta have.
Yeah,
that
maybe
backup,
Brazil
but-
needed to replace the replacement player that pros. Give whack to
Yeah,
Brazil.
alright.
Oh wait.
So Brazil is going into Group A.
Yeah,
Against
Fire and
Germany,
Leash should team as well. Fire and Leash should team as the topless team or something.
Yeah, but they're going up against USA or Germany A. They're gonna be we're gonna get Bra,
boy.
Fire, Goku versus Viper, Nilly. We're gonna have the Microsoft devs battle. They can fight at the office.
That's a tough draft
Nilly
for my German brethren. I think one of the most dangerous teams in Pubi.
Yeah, so
Who works for CA, not Microsoft? Okay, but like forgot the Empire, CA, Microsoft. Us outsiders, to us, you guys are all devs,
All right, next up is going to be Mexico B.
Oh, Mexico B is the Kingston team, right?
Talking about Mexico B.
There was a battle between two Mexican teams, who's A and who's B.
Yeah,
that's the Sinister
Kingston.
You do it.
I was gonna say, yeah, that's Sinister, Kingstone, Envy, and Mauricio. As far as I'm aware, all incredibly top level RMers.
And Kingstone really strong DM as well. He unfortunately couldn't finish his games this TDM season, but he won his division the time before, and he looked really good in the match he played this season as well. And gave Andy a strong running over all game modes in an amazing final in the pick and mixer. So Kingston knows his way around DM, has started playing it since a year or so. Honestly, I watch more DM than RM, right? Especially if it's not like the top 32. So I can't give you that much intel on Sinister, Envy, and Mauricio, unfortunately. But maybe chat can help. I read some Mexicans there that maybe can share some details.
Yeah, at the very least, like we've been saying, is if you have really strong RM players and you have a person who knows what they're doing at DM and they can coach them, they can be a dangerous team. They can definitely show up. So can't really write them out. But let's figure out who they're going up against. That is going to be Group D. So they are going up against Spain.
Oh, okay. Anti-colonial matchup?
Yeah. Whoa. Yeah. But that's going to be it's Tato's, right? Right?
Tato versus Kingston. No, that's a really nice one to watch for the RM fans, especially the Spanish-speaking YouTubers and casters. Probably should get their eyes out for that one, right?
Yeah, I've messaged a bunch of them. Haven't heard back from many, but if anyone here knows those RM casters who might want to cast more DM games, especially when you have such big names as Kingstone and Tato, it's open cast and love to see more people. So. All right, next up, we have France.
Ooh. Shishkan shared a group with Kingston, so there's some history. Kingston did better. But they also have like Lighty in the team, who was part of Team Ganji and looked very strong in CMO 2. And they've got two TDM organizer heroes in Javisty and, well, Aurico isn't the organizer, but I don't know, in Javisty and then Aurico, who have played a lot and are very good in DM as well. So two high RMers with some DM experience and two, in recent years, very active DMers.
That's a recipe for success. And we have my little Paris Olympics plushie that I got as a gift to help draw for us. So France is going to go in Yeah, right. And it's a hat actually. It's another hat. He's a tricorn hat? I think was the idea. So
Ooh.
yeah. Going into Group
Try
B
corn for the
against
tricolor. The
and it's going up
tricolor.
against USA.
All right, who's gonna get the Statue of Liberty? Their will friends take it back from the USA,
Maybe.
or will the
That's
gift stay
a tough
where it was
matchup.
gifted to? Yeah, tough one for France, surely.
I mean, it is kind of a neat. Like, you have a lot of the old school USA players, and they're going up some of the newer DM players in France. So it'll be a nice clash of styles and experience.
Big Statue of Liberty against small Statue of Liberty, one could say then, I guess. But yeah, maybe USA will have to pardon their French soon.
That's a good one. All right, next up is the USA's northern neighbors, Canada. So Canada looking like it's Malhar, Nuclear Pasta, and Peon.
Yeah, Peon was actually a big organizer of DM World Cup 5 and a very strong player in the past, returning for this event, another returning strong player. And obviously Malda, very, very active in the community, top player in recent days. And Nuclear Pasta had quite some success in TDM2. Strong 3 players. And yeah, maybe with a good dynamic. And Malda's also a very good teacher.
I see Boomstick asking for them to be put in their group. Another USA versus Canada matchup would be very hype. We had all the Olympics where USA won all the hockey. They've won. They didn't win juniors, but they won the men's and the women's Olympics, and then they also won the Paralympics. It was USA over Canada for all three. So maybe Canada can come back here, but maybe the US gets a four-peat there. So group is, fortunately, Group H. So Canada will be fighting Great Britain A. Sorry, Boomstick. I wanted it.
Commonwealth United. I think if we would be more knowledgeable about Commonwealth games than and the Commonwealth sports events, I think one could do a similar lead up than you just did for USA versus Canada potentially. We need to watch some cricket matches to have our lore here.
Oh yeah, I don't know if cricket necessarily is played much in Canada.
Oh, it isn't. That's just what I think of when I think of Commonwealth.
They just do hockey. Yeah, hockey, and polar bear hunting up in Canada. That's all they do. So.
Okay, Nuclear Pasta. Can you confirm or did I?
Hey, I'm from Minnesota, which is the American off-brand Canada. So I have pretty solid knowledge of what goes on up there, which is.
Again, are you guys from the region where Marshall is from, where you need to make jokes about Canadians every time you enter a bar?
Yes. Yep. That is the from.
I see.
What show is that?
How I Met Your Mother reference.
Yes, that one. Yeah. So that is where I'm from. The Vikings that he's a fan of is the team that T90 is a fan of as well. And I was born into it. T90 stupidly chose it for himself. I don't know why, but I want to ask him if I ever get a chance to ask him.
They moved to Florida. I mean, that's kind of the opposite of Minnesota, no?
Oh, I don't know if he lived in Minnesota. I don't think he's from Minnesota, but yeah. So.
I think so.
Canada versus Britain will be pretty hype. The next team we're going to talk about is Poland.
We already know what they're going now, I guess.
No, I think we have two. We should have two.
Oh, yeah, Group B and C. Yeah, true. You're right.
So
Poland, probably the most active gay team in essaying in the feedback channel. A team that desperately wanted towers and walls to be part of this tournament. And at least the captain, Crocs, was very, very insistent on his points, let's say.
I love the passion. Is Crocs a Mitchie player? No, Crocs doesn't. He said he doesn't like it.
You wanted to bring him to Mitchie, but that was also not successful. But he's played TDM in the past, so he knows his favorite DM. And Drumjack has been a very strong force in a lot of World Cup Silver Leagues. I think he was in the finals of one or something. So And Silver League is everything but top 16 or something. So Jumpjack has really strong performances in the past and also playing CMOD. So also some recent experience in the Polish team. Hidorek also played CMOD 1, I believe. Unfortunately, they were a bit too late to their match, but before that they looked really strong. And then we've got Eno Nero, who I know from RM, but I don't think I've seen in DM yet.
Yeah, so plenty of experience there, so they could make a strong showing. Yeah, it's plenty of recent experience. Can't discount that. So they are either going to be paired up against Austria or USA B. That is going to be Group C. So they are going up against Austria.
Ooh. More European group so far?
Yeah. And then that leaves us with
The only
final...
No, Sweden, Russia is Europe, I guess. But there's only two
Then we
groups with
have-
full Europe so far.
Then we have the final group is Australia going up against USA B.
So we narrowly missed Australia versus Austria matchup.
Oh, that would have been horrible cast. So difficult. Which one does which?
It was
Playing
close.
to be all wrong. And Austria's causing me problems now. But yeah, so Australia, give me a little bit of rundown while I fix this.
In my opinion, the crew down under is one of the most dangerous teams in Pool B. Robo was super good DM player, was super good DM, especially team game player, leading the charge then next to his admin activities in many of the last years. Christ, returning old hero top player I hear, also from I think the era before I was active, so can't say too much there, but definitely big legend of DM. Fairly, if he wouldn't draft the way he did, I think could be a strong player. But he loves to first pick melee for some reason in TDM. If his captain doesn't allow him that, I think he could be a valuable addition to his team.
Well, he only can pick melee once now, right? Like they only get one melee.
Yeah, it's clear who's playing melee in that team. Which Sifpool is melee in? They're gonna pick that if Fairly had a say.
Yeah. Well, he's not the captain though, right?
Yeah, I know. That's why he will have to play.
He might not have the say.
To play normally, I think that he's stronger. Soxy and Kados are super high armors. I think Soxy's streaming as well. And Crown also big weapon for them. Always been a very, very strong deathmatch team game player.
Absolutely. All right, so now we're going to move on to the third tier. Actually, first, Australia versus USAB. That's going to be a tough one, I think. I think USAB, any of the matchups are going to be tough for going up against the top tier, but...
Yeah, Australia can be dangerous, though. I think they might have some good strategies. I think they're practicing a lot as well. They're very active in practicing and playing games.
Yeah.
So Hazy and guys, you need to watch out. Boom. Are you scared?
Yeah, there is a lot of practicing going on from what I've heard and seen. So it is very nice. So I don't think you can just kind of get away with just expecting to have higher skill and win off the back of that. I think everyone needs to be putting in the elbow grease and making sure that they earn their wins. So, all right, let's move on to the third tier. So now we're going to, all the groups are going to be open for the most part. There are going to be some conflicts in this one, so we might have to do a few redraws here and there. So the first team we're going to be talking about is the other Mexico team, Mexico A.
Alrighty. Scared of Australia and Fairly's melee? Lol knows his posting. Mexico A. That is the team that has higher DM rating, therefore gets to be Mexico A. We're fighting with the others a bit. Soila, Hostia, Keno, Volk, Kobito, and Lady D. Really strong armors, I think. And we heard lots of young talent in there, is what Gil Putoso said in chat. So, looking forward to watching them.
The up and comers, yeah.
I'm excited to see if Kobito will play or not. He was a bit of historical no-show in CMOD.
Oh, no, yeah. Well, luckily there's 5 people, so hopefully, I want to see everyone play, but if they have a few others to be able to take up his spot or their spot. So
yeah, at least they have enough players, right? So
that's true. Yeah. All right, so let's see. The only group they're not going to be going into is Group D. So if we draw Group D, we're going to redraw. But they're going to be ending up in Group D, of course. So I said it, I spoke it into existence. So the group that they're going into is Group A. So they are going up into Mexico or Brazil and Germany A.
all right, interesting group so far. Experience would clearly kind of favor Germany and Brazil, but if Mexico can put the work in, and maybe if the Brazilians aren't practicing as much, could be a chance for a Latin American strong matchup there.
That's true, yeah. I always love to see the South American rivalries.
Speaking of rivalries, Crown is already kind of hyping up the rivalry of him and Boomstick for Australia versus USAB.
Yeah, I mean, we just had our show match between USAA and Great Britain of the classic DM rivalry. But this is a new tournament. This is a new age. We have time for new rivalries to form, new rivalries to start happening, and get an upset here and there. And
the Aussie players have been around forever too, man. Like the English-speaking countries have been quite active in DM, so there's also a lot of rivalry there.
Sure. All right, next up is going to be Great Britain B. So we are looking at, where are they? This is Wild Beast, Happy the Andy, Pete 26.
I was a bit surprised. I don't know, Turfux didn't comment on it earlier. Are you sure? Do you have the right BNC team?
That is
stuffs?
I mean, I think so. I might be incorrect here. Let me
I just want to make sure I wasn't like.
Yeah, I also may have
on the seating,
messed. I think I swapped things around. Great Britain B went from 4 to 3. So the B and C swapped. So if Turfux or Hydra are in chat right now, I know it's pretty late for y'all. We can confirm, but not to doubt their skill or anything. But I did clarify, and I think this is the correct one, but it very well could be. So we're talking about Great Britain B. So I'll at least grab those. Put this aside just in case.
And I'm not sure if the names and the seedings are like the same category, to be honest, but I didn't have access to the seeding
legend and
process besides giving some input, so I'm not sure what was decided.
Let me double check that the final seeding.
I think they sent me some document.
Yeah, so Great Britain B is there, but I'm not sure which one.
It says Great Britain B in pool 3 for certain. I guess the admins can clarify which British team it is if they need to. we just draw Great Britain B.
We can move on. We're just placing them there. We can swap them. But I mean, I guess for now we'll talk about Great Britain B and we'll talk about Great Britain C when we get around there. So yeah, Wild Beast. Fan of. Okay. So Wild Beast, Happy the Andy, Pete, and Breakfast. I'm not too familiar with any of those names. I don't know if you can tell me anything about them.
If that's indeed Great Britain B now, they are it's the I think higher RM team of the two. Wild Beast has shown a lot of things in the CMOD tournaments, and he's around 1900 RM. Happy the India, they're also good team game players in RM. Breakfast, I think, has reached 2K, and they're good RM team game players with DM experience. All of them have played DM in the past. They're not like super high RMers, they're not like super high DMers, but it's a team of really good team game players that all have had contact with DM in the past. If that's the B team, but we've got to count it like it's a new spreadsheet, right?
Exactly. Maybe they'll swap. This is, last minute seating changes. Not too clear which one goes where, but let's put them in their group. And
San Marino didn't make it. Hi, Greek. Excitement.
All right, they are going up against Group D. Great Britain B, in Mexico B, and Spain.
Okay, that's the Kingston, Mexico, right? I always need to remind myself which
I
Mexico is
believe-
which. Is why
yes.
Great
Yeah.
Britain and Mexico are the confusing ones in the drafts.
Yes, that's a pretty tough one. You got Tato and company in the top seed, and
I think that's fun for them, though.
Yeah.
I think they like going up against high tier armors.
yeah.
And
So,
with good team spirit, you could have chances.
Yeah, I'm going to cash in my one Smash Bros. Reference. One of the highlights of my Smash career was going up against the #1 player in the world and just getting absolutely bodied. I don't think people will lose as badly as I did against him, but there's something to be said about getting to play some really cool, really top players. Because I don't think I would be able to randomly match up against Viper anytime soon. So it's fun to get to play some of the really best people and just see how good some people are. So. All right, next civ up is going to be the Mega Team USAC.
The Mega Team, indeed. And you just said which group you want, right? You wanted Group A there for with your team, Mojito.
I mean, that would be pretty cool. I mean, there's a lot of players I would be down to play. That was a explanation, but I would absolutely be okay going up against and trying to fight the Viper, just to see how badly it is getting stomped. So, but USAC, we have quite
USAC.
Yes.
Boomstick and Co. Shots fired, Mununes. Welcome, Mununes. USAC is all the legends basically together. Warpath, the master chef of CMOD. Absolute cook. And then we've got Jade Arrow Gamer, who's written wrong in the bracket sheet. It's Jade Arrow Gamer. You're writing my teammates wrong from CMOD too. Oi, oi. Yeah, super good flank, formed by me. Breeze, historically very strong player, also smashed through his division, this TDM, and made it to Div 2. So really high up there as well. Packers, of course, always hosting lobbies, always streaming DM. Big part of the community. Be Easy, the hero who's been in chat all day. You need to slow down a bit. I need to talk to players. We need to hype this one up because they're all in chat.
Keep going.
Psychedelic Falafel,
yeah.
big CMOD hero as well. And of course, next to Ranger, there is the queen herself, Brizzle Win in USA.
Yeah, I'm very excited. Yeah, I'm very excited to see if Brizzlin has time to get a game in. She doesn't really plan on playing too much, but with a massive team, if she can jump in for a game or two here and there, I mean, everyone loves to see the DM queen, right?
Indeed. So, yeah, probably a fan favorite team there out of the USA. Where would you guys want to go? Be easy. Tell me. Which group do you want?
Well, they won't go to Group E. That is the only place they can't go. So they're not going to face USA A or France.
Can they go to Group B?
Or Group B. No, they can't do either of those. So we're not letting the
USA is completely rigged, right? They get to avoid 2 of the top teams.
Yeah, it's Welcome to Nations Cup. But I mean, actually, you know what I would like to see? I'd like to see them in Group H with Great Britain and Canada. Those are some classic rivalries right there.
Oh yeah, true.
That is just a classic. So anywhere but A and B.
I wouldn't mind beating J too.
So yeah, being in Group F, that would be a fun one too. Obviously, I think everyone wants to avoid Group G. And so we'll see where they end up. They are going into not Group B. They can't go there. And they are going into Group C.
Okay.
So USAC is going into C. So interesting pull there.
And I'm getting scared. I want to avoid Argentina.
Oof. Well, we got a few left for this pool.
Yeah,
so
I'm scared Argentina would be Group F.
Alright, so let me just switch over to my players. I wish I had my laptop here, but I don't. So next up is going to be and do you know anything about Ranger? I think that was the only one we didn't really talk about.
Very solid team game player. I can't share too many details. He has a bit of an unlucky TDM season, I think, last season.
Gotcha. All right. Next up is Japan. So we saw them in the show match, which you and Gamer casted, which I still have yet to get around to watching.
Yeah, Nathan, I feel the same. That's definitely the most dangerous Pool 3 team, but Pool B can only be so and so big, I guess. And that's why I'm praying to not to have Argentina in my group. Japan, yeah, I should talk about Japan. Obviously, a lot of Seymour champion in there in Oya-chan. Was in Team Frost, won the whole thing, very strong pocket player in Team Frost there. Didn't have the greatest showing against Netherlands, so they have something to show after the show match. And yeah, with Chart have a really high armor in their team as well. Yomi has been becoming super, super strong in DM. A very scary captain there. And then we've got some new talent coming over from RM. I think also quite high elos in there with Mei, Kujira, and Komtan. And they didn't look too bad in the show match either, even though the mighty Zhao was too much.
Yeah, and that was, 2 weeks ago? So they've had 2 weeks to practice. I have seen, I know I've seen Oya-chan pop up in some lobbies. I don't know if I've seen the other folks, but they've had 2 weeks. I'm hoping they get their practice. I do see Oya-chan in chat. Oya, who are you hoping to go up against? You got Group B, you got Group E, F, G, and H. Where are you hoping to go? Hoping he responds, but I'll start going. It is.
Ooh. I hear an ooh.
Wherever's okay. Well, you've asked. You are getting Group G.
Internal battle. Frost versus Oya-chan.
Yeah. Team kill. Your teammate Frost. You're gonna go up against. So that's a tough one.
I need a quick 30 seconds.
Deadly. Oh, yep. You stepping away for 30? All right. Yeah, so that's going to be a fun group. Sweden, Russia, Japan. Yeah, it's going to be a good matchup. Oh, yeah. I'm rooting for you. It's definitely get your practice in. Definitely make sure you're all set. And yeah, if you want to be the best, you got to play the best, right? So you're going to get some good tournament experience. And I'm excited to see how far you come from the show match. So I guess I'll start moving on to the next one while Otter steps away. Next up, we have the Netherlands. So we have 1, 2, 3. Okay, yes, that's good.
Group
good.
F, Group F, Group F, Group F.
Netherlands
Give me Zhao, give me Zhao.
I don't know. Zhao's been showing up. I've heard some rumors that Zhao's
he needs to be shut down, man. He needs to be shut down. Come at us. I really want to play the Netherlands. Also, the biggest rivalry, right? Germany versus Netherlands. That needs to happen.
That would be a pretty good one. But yeah, let's hear about the rest of their team. We got MD Explorer, Plotter, Rodney McKay, Animal Zhao.
Yeah, Plotter was really impressive in the show match, actually. Obviously, the Zhao has a giant mouth and also recently quite some skill. I don't know where that came from. Also, obviously, big community hero. And Rodney McKay, double CMOD champion. So, it's a scary team.
He's won both.
He's won both together with Frost. They get to dodge playing against Frost, but yeah, I don't know. Just for the rivalry and for Zhao's comments, I really want to play against him.
That would be a good matchup. And then MT Explorer, I've seen around a lot as well. So I don't know.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised the team isn't called Netherlands Pink Potatoes.
Well, we didn't allow the sub names. Well, maybe next year.
They didn't even try, did they? Like, usually every team with MTE is called Pink Potatoes.
Wow. Well, they missed their chance. Actually, they still can go at it. Don't tell them that. But, all right. They're going into Group E. Sorry, Otter. No Zhao fight for you.
50-50 chance. 50-50 chance of Argentina. Oh.
USA and France get to face the wrath of Admiral Zhao. So we're going to see if they can keep alive. And correct me if I'm wrong, but the Netherlands flag is the same color combination as France, right? Am I thinking of the right flag?
Shotagos can correct you.
I did pull up a lot of the flags for this and then never printed them, but I'm trying to remember. It's like one you can rotate into the other. It is, yeah. So we have the battle of the red, white, and blue. And the USA. It's the red, white, and blue division. That's fantastic. All right, we got 3 teams left.
I hate my life. I think 2 of the strongest teams in Group B are left. Arabia and Argentina.
And next up, we're talking about the Arabians. Yeah, Arabia. All right, kind of a last-minute group being put together with various players, but from what it sounds like, you're not necessarily scared of them, but they are not a pushover.
Yeah, not a pushover. Yeah, I'm more scared of Argentina, but the Nova has obviously played DM for forever. I recently went head-to-head with him on Michi, so even better on Michi. But a very strong player, man, a staple of the community as well, and playing lots of games. Everybody knows the man. And McLuffy is, I think, a high RMer who I've also seen in quite some lobbies, so with quite some DM experience. And I don't know Amour, I will have to say. And Leo Montero Paca, a legend in his own right. Getting defeated and then killing the trades with elephants from behind. Probably the most pog move of Simo 2.
Yeah, somebody's got to kill a trade. So, yeah, it'll be exciting to see where they end up. They are going into Group F against Pakistan and Germany B. No Argentina for you.
Yoo-hoo! Oh, such a close call. I mean, Arabian team is scary too. Like, I think it's definitely one of the harder draws, but it's not the hardest draw. So a bit of relief there. Should be a really good group, though. I think everybody can beat everybody in Group F. Yeah, we're probably in the most exciting group. Because I would give us some chances to beat Pakistan as well, and the Arabian team also has chances versus both Pakistan and us.
All right. Second to last group is the Bulgarian team. So Bulgaria.
Wait, where's Argentina?
Is Bulgaria not supposed to be in here? Bulgaria is not supposed to be in here. That is my... Wait, did I put them in the wrong pool? I did. I was supposed to pull them over.
No wonder we get Argentina last. Argentina is, like, in my mind, like, obviously I said it, right? That should be the highest seed in this pool. It's still random, though, right?
Yeah.
Independent of which card it was that was in there.
Yes. Yeah. Am I missing one, then? Who's the other? Let me pull up the thing.
Well,
Bulgaria. No, Bulgaria got moved up to Group 3. Bulgaria got moved up to Group 3, yeah. It's Bulgaria and Argentina in Pool 3. So...
Oh, both of them?
I was right. So we are going to do... Yeah, so we have 2 open spots. We have Group H, Great Britain and Canada.
I'm just stupid.
B, so...
You did everything correct. I just didn't see that Group H has a spot left.
Yeah. It's, like I said, next time this happens, we'll have a little bit more forewarning, do a little bit better display. But yeah, Bulgaria. Let's talk about them.
Super high RMers who I don't know if they ever played DM again. DM?
Yeah, it is going to be kind of the same thing.
He's very active around the community. He's also very active in the alchemy community and stuff, so I've had quite some interaction with him, but I've never seen him play DM. And tap backwards, I honestly have not seen, but I think he's high RM Elo, and Thunderbolt is also a top RMer, or especially playing lots of team games, so maybe they can transition really well.
Will translate into DM is always the question. All right. Let's see where they end up. They are going into Group H with Great Britain and Canada.
Well, not the rivalries you wanted, probably. I don't know how the rivalries relate with Bulgaria.
Yeah, well, hey, like I said, it's always time. There's always time to form new rivalries. If Bulgaria upsets Great Britain or Canada, that'd be pretty impressive and be pretty exciting.
That means
right?
backwards, Nice back. It's like upside EU mob. Upside down.
Oh,
now I get the name.
Wait. Oh, how does that work? That's just whatever. All right, the last group.
Griffin says
Your
they're
feared
strong.
enemy,
Okay. I guess that's why they're
Argentina. Bulgarians is very strong. Yeah, I mean,
feared
they have
enemy.
a very strong team. It's the question of do they translate into DM, right? So.
Yeah, Griffin, if you know why they're strong, I would like more info on Bulgaria, honestly. But we can talk about Argentina.
Well,
Argentina?
Yeah, Argentina.
Yeah, I hear they're trained by Mununes. That alone makes them really scary. And then obviously FedEx. I think FedEx has played DM in the past. I'm not absolutely sure. Monos and some other Argentinians actually had a really funny streak against, I think, they played, was it Daywalker? No, they played Tweppy on ladder, one of the Argentinians, and then they all took turns trying to beat Tweppy in DM 1v1s and couldn't. And Monos was streaming that, and it was hilarious. But I'm sure they've come a good way since then. Tom's, I don't know. Koala has played TDM and looked quite solid. Not on the opening necessarily, still needed to learn that back then, but after the opening, it was really good. Unknown player, welcome. You can't read the small letters. It was a bit impromptu, but maybe you can zoom in. You're in Group C with Poland and USA C, if you want to know. That's Austria A. I saw Monos and FedEx training a few weeks ago.
Let's see. Where is this? So we're doing those first. Oh, right. There's only.
For Dutch has experience, apparently.
We might have to get creative. So like Great Britain, Germany C. I need.
Well, are you already working on the next draft, right? So yeah. I can talk about Group B. That's Argentina, Australia, and USA B. That would be a super close one. I'm not sure. Like, honestly, that's kind of the death group. Because I think Australia is the strongest team in Pool B and Argentina is the strongest team in Pool C. And USA B is one of the stronger teams in Pool A. So far, it's looking like the hardest group.
Yeah, I think Group B and Group F are the most, like, so far the toss-ups where it's like, yes, there are favorites, but they're just all so solid that I think you could see any of them making it out into bracket, right? Like any of those upsets wouldn't be that big of an upset comparatively.
Yeah, I think Group B has the clearer first, though, right? I think USAB should win that group, whereas in Group F, I don't want to sound too cocky, but I would some hopes we might win that group. So.
Giving them bulletin board material.
Hey, we did a show match with them. We did a training match with them. It was close.
Okay. All right, should we move on to the final pool?
I think we actually won more games.
What?
I think we actually won more games.
Okay. All right, so moving on. Our next team to talk about is going to be Great Britain C.
Okay, so that is probably the team with Huggy, Legend, Doof, Yeoman, and King Boo? Is it confirmed that King Boo is in? For me, that was the toss-up of who the Britain teams is actually better. Yeah, we've got Huggy G, admin extraordinaire of DM for a long time. Also really solid player, around div 4 for most of the time. Doof, staple of the DM ranked games. Really, really solid player. Can play with the best. Not necessarily Frost level, but super experienced in DM. Legend. He is what he is. The legend of DM. And also a strong div 4 player in 1v1. Although I would say with Legend, he's a bit stronger in 1v1 than he is in team games. And Yeoman, my Valhalla brother. Very good siege player. The player who plays with the least hotkeys out of somebody who's actually competitive for a lot of things. Very strong free-for-all player as well. He only uses some basic hotkeys, but you wouldn't think it when you see him play. Maybe it's gotten a bit more over the years, but yeah, clicking very, very fast is his strength and has always been a strong DMer. And then they have maybe King Boo as well, who's obviously shit at the game, Titanics everything, and takes 3 hours to beat Happily Andy on the wall.
Fair enough.
It's kind of traditional
so
to shit
we'll-
on King Fu, I think, in the UK community, but he's actually a lovely fellow, and I hope he's
That's
actually
fair.
playing
And-
the tournament.
Yeah, and we will clarify there's a chance that we got the Great Britain's mixed up with seeds, so that could be in Group D. That those group we just talked about could be playing in Group D against Spain and Mexico, but we'll clarify at some point. I don't know if we've messaged Turfux or Sniper yet, but I don't think they're in chat anymore, so they never clarified.
Definitely one of the scariest teams. Either one of those, I think, Britain teams
Yes.
that is would be one of the scariest teams in Pool 4.
Yeah, so it is. All right, we're going to see them in the Group G. They're going up against Sweden, Russia, and Japan. So that could be a
Ooh.
very dangerous group. That's very high skill.
Japan and Russia have to be scared, I think. I'm not necessarily sure if Sweden has to be scared.
No, but it's not going to be as much of a role. Like, Sweden won't just be able to waltz in and win without any effort, that's for sure. I think they'll at least give them some effort. And I could see, I mean, maybe they take a game off. It'd be tough, but I believe it's impossible. Yeah, Russia and Japan definitely need to keep an eye on Great Britain C, either way it goes. So let's try to move on to your fellow countrymates. Germany C.
Ooh. I think that might be an even stronger team in Pool 4. Why are they in Pool 4? I said they should be in Pool 3. Honestly, I think that's not a Pool 4 team. But, yeah. Eisen, forged by Keller in CMod, so has learned a lot. He had a bit of a history of getting defeated in CMod. Let's see if he can correct that this Nations Cup. But he is playing a lot more open since then, so I would be confident in that. And he's accompanied by Josh, who has German heritage, I believe, and is I think actually a Gwendy member. More playing Michi in recent years. It's a bit a Michi team. But then also like ranked Legends team. Animality, really one of the stronger players, like more like Crown level maybe than some other ranked Legends. Very strong ranked team game player. And Antifa, good DM team game player as well. And then we've got our Div 11 legendary winner of last TDM, Xardas AoE. And
the GOAT himself.
Caster as well.
Love to see Xardas, yeah. I didn't think he was. I didn't think many of the casters were gonna play, but happy to see Xardas hopping on. I got dragged into it as well.
Yeah, most casters gonna play. Gamers in there too, right?
Yeah,
Lucky
exactly.
Comes, the only one chickening out.
Gamers in too, yeah. I was gonna say I was trying to get Lucky. He was not too. He wasn't too fond of the idea. So, all right. So Germany A can't go to any of the ones that have Germany already in them, or Germany C.
Oh,
So
that's
unfortunately, no Germany round.
It's rigging in my favor now. It's one of the most dangerous teams in Pool B, and we don't get it. Great that they're in Pool 4.
And they're gonna go to Group D. Spain, Mexico, Great Britain B, and Germany C. That's a spicy pool too.
That group is super open now. I mean, depending, Mexico B could be too strong for the other two teams if they train a lot, but if they don't, then every team can make it into playoffs there. I mean, Spain is clearly favored, but I think the other three should have chances, and pretty equal chances between Great Britain and Germany C there.
If Mexico B wasn't planning on putting in the preparation, they definitely need to now. I don't think they can just kind of expect to waltz in off the back of just their pure RM elo. So,
and we get a Germany versus England match, or Germany versus Great Britain match. I mean, that's also another big rivalry.
Gotta root for your countrymen. So we love to see the rivalries, and
it's a lot of good friends of me in both those teams. So I'm definitely something for me to look out for.
Now we're talking about the number one team in space. We have Team NASA, or the North American South American Alliance.
Oh, I hear that's an OP team, and everybody else is gonna die to them. I don't know if you agree.
No, we're too busy with Artemis 2 landing recently. We've been focused on the space trip. But my team consists of we haven't figured out our captain yet. Still kind of working on that. But for now, it is Dark Killermon, Anomaly, Wog, and me. So unfortunately, I'm probably the weakest of all four of us.
You will have to play every match though, because Wag won't show up. Get ready to play
that's
Lord
not
Pro.
good. I was really hoping to be like, look, I'll tap in for a game or two, but I was really not hoping to play much.
Maybe you find teams to schedule with at 4 a.m. Then there's a chance you can have Wag playing. But I mean, time-wise might work. Dark Killamon is actually really good, and it's super hyped that Dark Killamon has been refusing to join tournaments ever since he had a standout performance, and I think he won the Silver League of TFC. But since then has insisted that he's retired on a high, and now he's returning. And you've got a super strong captain.
He's here to lead us into space on a rocket ship.
Normally very active as well, organizer of all the Michi tournaments, so you will know a lot of players in this tournament as well. And famous for
I don't want to end up
his
in
YouTube channel
group with the USA. Not because I don't want to face the USA, but it's not technically a regional conflict.
Oh, you could. You can. Okay.
We can, yeah. So now, because it's half American, half
Come Group F. Come Group F.
They're essentially international. They're international. We're international B, essentially. So
I can't get Shao.
Right, they are going in Group H. So we have.
I wanted you guys. Canada, I can't have Shao. Then I want Dark Killamon at least. That's the closest to Shao I can get.
Yeah.
Dark Killamon is the originator of the lie that is the meme that Zhao took me out in that meme. That's an indirect win. Zhao never beat me on Golden Swamp. Dark Killamon made a meme that Zhao would have beaten me on Golden Swamp, which hadn't happened, which still hasn't happened. He beat me once on Silver Swamp, but that's a different map. So I would have liked to take revenge for that.
Yeah. Group F would have been fun because we would have had to tap in another admin somewhere. Because
it's good that
all the admins would have been. I know. I was like, when you were talking about who's going to be the captain, I was like, I'm going to take myself out of captaincy because I'm helping admin. I'm not one of the admins, but I'm also adminning when Germany B is involved at least. So
I need to ask the DEDD TV if Josh and Animative have really been playing since 2000? Are you serious?
That's crazy. If that's true, like they have the experience, like they could just be the sleepers. Like they could have that early DM skill that you just don't expect and come out of nowhere. I
try to tell people that's a super strong team.
Group H is going to be fun because we do have essentially the North American battle between USA/South America and Canada, and then also Great Britain. So.
True. You wanted that triangle, right? You kind of got it for
yourself. I wanted the USA triangle, yeah. So it's as close as we were going to get with the remaining teams. So, all right. Next up, both playing for Forever according to Eisen. So yeah,
Eisen,
we have some.
What do you think about your group? We've got finished Group D. What are your thoughts, Eisen? Are you gonna win it? Are you gonna come second?
Yeah.
I don't think third or fourth is an option for you guys. They underseeded you.
All right, so next team we're talking about is Switzerland.
Ooh. Switzerland would also be a fun one in our group, right? Germany, Switzerland would be a good match.
Mm-hmm.
Or Group A, I guess. Neighbors that like each other typically. I mean, we like them more than they like us, I guess.
I know. There's a small part of me that hoped for, like, if Finland joined, we could get a Nordic division. I know how much they all love each other. But yeah, Switzerland. Tell me about some of the players there.
Shao, we meet? No, you're not meeting Shao, Hazy. What are you imagining?
Hazy is USA B. Might be looking at it wrong.
I think Hazy made himself USA A in his mind too much that he thought that he's meeting Hazy.
Oh no.
Hazy, you joined the wrong team. You needed to be the A team to be Shao. I also wanted to have Shao and I didn't get in.
Yeah, Zhao's the popular one. Nobody gets to beat up Zhao.
I mean, he doesn't shut up. Everybody wants to shut him up. Especially after he won that show match with Japan.
Yeah, he's on cloud 9. Like, now he has some evidence. You gotta actually prove that he has to shut up. He has right now. He and USAA are the only ones who have won so far in this tournament, in this series. So, I mean, stop. Like, you can't. You end it there, and Zhao is one of the best win rates right now in all of Deathmatch Nations Cup. So Switzerland, tell me about Switzerland.
Daisy leading the charge there. Robo's teammate and both RM and DM, they've had a lot of success together. And she has assembled quite the team there. Bulletron, big organizer of My Insanity and other teams, really big community figure in Switzerland, did a lot for the AV2 scene overall and the competitive scene. Player-wise, I'm not sure, I've never seen them in DM. I'll be honest, I have not much intel about Nyrox and Riffraff, but I'm sure they're amazing. And Heidevolf is a really strong armor from Switzerland, and even stronger armor in Feige, probably a top player from the Switzerland RM roster. And Daisy, I think, is a really good coach, so she could form a really strong team there.
Yeah, so they could be a sleeper if Daisy's coaching comes through. It's sometimes those unknowns more dangerous than you expect. All right, so Switzerland is going to go in Group E. Switzerland gets a chance to shut Zhao up.
Oh, Netherlands with Switzerland is going to be good.
Mm-hmm. And France and USA.
And
like
France. How did
group.
we miss the fact that Zhao is playing against Javisty and Aurico? That's going to be such a meme matchup. Aurico is also one of the biggest meme creators in the community. So Aurico and Zhao meme war. That's going to be a lot of circus rings soon, man.
That's going to be a fun one. Yeah, that's just a fun group. USA, France, Netherlands, Switzerland. That's going to be fun.
Group E definitely the content group, I would say.
Yes. Yeah. Sure.
Not the strongest group, but the content group. I think it's a relatively weak group. USA can be happy, but this is going to be a lot of fun. And I don't know who's ending up in second place there. I think Netherlands can certainly surprise us in Switzerland too.
I mean, right now Netherlands technically. I mean, actually, yeah, that's the most dangerous group by the numbers because that's the only group with any winners, right? So. We have two.
Yeah,
two
we're gonna win
wins
Group F. I want the second place of that group as our playoff matchup.
No. Yeah. All right. So
I want
next up,
to
we're
be
talking about
Netherlands,
Iceland.
of course. I just want to meet Zhao, guys. Iceland, let's go. The true underdogs. The true underdogs. Everybody should be rooting for Iceland, of course. Unless they're Group F, then they should be still rooting for us. But Clemens, he streams as well. And is, I think, the best Icelandic player. I'll be honest, I don't know the others. Hagbadu is in chat, though. Maybe you can tell us a bit about your team.
Yeah, Iceland's bringing its top 5 RM players, including Clemens, who has been #1 Empire Wars Team Games player and is still thereabouts. They're just happy to make up the numbers. And Hagberger, being age 50, person putting in a lot of effort to raise the average age. Hell yeah.
What the hell? Okay. That's even more amazing.
That.
So T90's uncle from Iceland is playing.
Yeah, I guess yeah, that's awesome. But no, that's exciting if you have the top 5 RM players. Like hopefully, I mean, it sounds like you have a lot of plenty of experience, plenty of skill. It is like
you might not be the oldest, but you can still be slower than Hagford.
That's fair, sure. Yeah, but it's going to be the question of how well you transition into playing Deathmatch. How are your openings? How are your plans? How are your late game decision making and all that? So, yeah, no, excited to have y'all and looking for a coach. I wouldn't ask whoever's in your group. They might give you some incorrect information, but I'm sure if you asked around in the Deathmatch Gaming Discord.
Hagbadu, if you end up in Group F, let's play in the first week and then we coach you to beat Pakistan. Yeah?
That's a pretty solid option. Pretty solid deal. All right. Iceland is going to end up in Group F. You couldn't have scripted it better.
Yeah. Let's go.
There we are. All right. Welcome to DM.
All right, when do you have time, Iceland? Let's schedule.
You will.
Next Sunday is good for us. So you want to play on Sunday? Next Sunday, like 5 hours before this time? Do we have a date?
Iceland and hard group for their debut. Yeah, that is a rough group to start out in. That is, I mean, though I will say, like you're saying, not that Group F is the weakest, but I think with how even the matchup is for the other three, as we were talking
Yeah,
about.
it's tough for them.
Iceland, if you get some good training sessions from Otter,
You should
could
take
make a
the
run.
trade, man. We're gonna play you first, and then we train you guys up to go to playoffs with us. Yeah, I think you should take that.
Yeah, so at the very least, looking for non-German coach.
Trader.
Yeah, maybe you can.
I've raided
maybe,
Clemens before. I mean, come on, there needs to be a bond here.
We'll see. Yeah. So, all right. Well, next up is going to be the international team, International A.
Ooh, they're in
That's a
pool
fun
4?
team.
How are they in pool 4?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess there's only so many spots, but
yeah,
this is a super dangerous team. Griffin is amazing at the game and totally underrated by many. Crashed every of his TDM divisions. He's the Ulla of like a few months later making it to Div 1. Then they've got friggin' Oladushek in the team. Was super strong, especially if Griffin tells him to make more than one TC. And the Lamo, not seen them in DM, but 2K4 armor, I think. Gamer, bringing the crazy strategy, shenanigan energy.
Reese. Love it. I'm excited to see Reese play. I was hoping he would start playing. He wasn't sure if he was ever going to touch DM, but I'm excited for it.
I expect Siege Tower shortles from you guys in at least one tournament match, Griffin. Let him cook. Obviously, we're also going to see CA openings out of that team a lot because they've got the famous Maxi Mac check. And with Naspike, I guess the question is, did you guys buy him a new PC yet?
And so I'm seeing in chat, Lamo is 2400 RM Elo. So Lamo is no joke. So that is a very.
I'm so happy my group's already full because I think International Day is one of the biggest contenders of Pool 4 to actually make it to playoffs.
It is nice that the more we talk about all these different groups, like all of them seem way better than it's like, oh yeah, the 4th seed, they're going to be useless, but it's like, oh no, they all are dangerous. You can't just ignore them.
Oh, Naspike actually has a new PC. Shit, then it game's even more dangerous. If Naspike can play without lag, then he can also then he can not only place his farms that he's making for his allies quicker, but also he might actually be able to micro his step lancers. Scary.
All right. So International
bring out
A
the
is going to
memes.
go into one of the 3. We have them going into Group B.
Oh,
it's USA B, Australia, and Argentina.
No,
rough one to
I
end
feel
up in.
so bad for International A. That's
that is. They end up in the death group. Oh, that's brutal.
The death group just got even more deadly. Now there's 4 teams who can make it out of that group.
That is going to be the pool to watch. I think out of all the pools, that is going to be the one that's just like. That's going to be good. That's going to be a good pool to watch. But that is an unfortunate drawing.
I mean, Argentina needs to be really careful. Australia needs to be really careful because I think that's 3 teams that can come. All those 3 teams have chances to make it.
Yeah, and I don't think USA can just kind of expect to win for free.
No. I mean, if USA B benches Hezzy, then I think every team has equal chances in that group. But Hezzy and Grinchy, I don't know. I mean, they're still favorite, right? But that's definitely that's the death group, 100,000%.
Yeah, that is unfortunate for International A. But I mean, hey, it's chance to prove themselves and maybe make an upset or 2. So love to see it. And
they're training a lot already. They've been asking us for training matches and everything. So I wouldn't be too surprised if actually International A makes it out of there.
Yeah, and my hope from that is that with all the different individual countries is
I have a prediction.
Get some more players from those countries later.
I have a prediction. The 3rd placed team in Group B is going to win Silver League.
Okay, I can see that. But that's a very good.
Or Netherlands. If Netherlands doesn't win Group E, I think Netherlands also has some chances to win Silver League.
Okay. You have one more country to put up.
Chow versus Griffin finals in Silver League. I mean, that would be amazing, no?
That would be, yeah. just at that point, just let them fight, do 1v1s, right? All right, so the final team we're talking about is India.
Let's go. Agent P was here earlier today. Can they be the secret agents? I'll be honest, they're all 2K4 RM. They look scary, but I've never played them, so early sign up as well. I think India even managed to sign up before like a lot of the other teams, as not as a group of players that I think anybody would have expected to sign up. So, and yeah, with strong consistency and good group. Yeah, they were like the 4th sign up or something. Argentina, we heard about rumors before them, but they were the first like huge surprise sign up of super strong RMers. Play together a lot, I imagine. So definitely one of the scary
they're
ones.
Definitely the those sleepers. It's, if they're just signing up just to enter, then maybe they won't be too dangerous. But if they're putting the effort, if they're that good at RM, like we've been saying, they put in the effort, they have the skill, and I don't think you'd want to see them as a 4th seed if they are putting in the effort to practice. So, okay, so they're either going to end up in Group A or Group C. Yeah, let's see where they end up.
I think C is a bit easier, so they should want C.
Yes. I mean, I also would like to see more games from the Viper. So, it is going to be Group A.
Okay,
India is going
tough one for them.
A.
But it's interesting because Mexico A and India are both teams consistent of super high elo RMs that we don't know in DM yet. So
that's true.
That matchup will be interesting. But honestly, looking at Group A, I think Germany A and Brazil, it's a bit of more of a split group of the groups, right?
Yeah, it's that's definitely a tough one. That one and Group G are kind of, who the top 2 seeds really are.
I don't know if the Russians don't really train. I could see it. Japan and Britain C are stronger teams of the lower pool. So I think if Russia doesn't prepare, they might struggle. So I think Group G is more interesting than you just made it. Group B is obviously super deadly. Okay, let's do the last team and then talk about the groups.
So Group C is currently just placeholder. We're trying to get a 30-second team, but worst case, it might just be a group of 3. So, so the 30-second might be in Group C. Yes. So the plan is if we have another sign up, a last minute Sniper is, I believe, working to try to get a few people. It would just be.
I saw in transfer market there's like a Michi team forming, no?
There's hopes, yeah. So unfortunately nothing came in time for this drawing, so we don't have anything guaranteed. And hopefully it doesn't end up being a situation like if I know like this wouldn't happen, but like theoretically if like some top players all got together and formed a team out of nowhere, we'd have to reseed. That would be. Or we don't, and we just deal with it. But so right now, placeholder is going
split up USA mega team for 32 teams. That's I give Matt is right. USA C needs to be split up.
I have opinions on that. We have some opinions on that, but unfortunately, that's not the case.
But I think that there's a team forming. I think right now of more Michi DMers that were interested. So I think that's going to be a relatively good team as well.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we can maybe not.
It's a bit sad for Group C because I think Group C is a group where a lot of the lower teams would have had chances as well. Because Poland
so some of the people who are being
not that
asked,
impressive.
Yes. So some of the people who have been asked for joining this team, not to spoil anything, but just in case, Euphory, Schotterberger, LSD, Golden Knight, Panglima, and Tempo. So those are the people who have been. Who might still be interested.
I wouldn't trust on Tempo. But Euphory will play, I think. Euphory is good.
And we have the all-star himself, LSD, who did a voice reveal, which was apparently huge news, right?
Yeah, I wasn't in voice chat, but yeah, I saw the memes about it, and I saw a lot of people in voice chat freaking out that they hear LSD now. I was hoping they for an Italian team, and I think there was chance for an Italian team as well. Manuna's saying USA B scheduling is going to be horrendous. Aussies and International A. I don't think Aussies are a problem for them. like that's the Hezi team. Hezi's West Coast, so they can only play West Coast times anyways. And Hezi has been playing a lot together with Aussies and New Zealand players and playing a lot with Crown and people like that in teams before. So I think that part should be fine. The USA, the international guys are also super relaxed and good at scheduling. So I think that's actually going to work out fine.
Yeah, scheduling, of course, always one of the biggest issues when it's playing in different time zones, and especially when it's multiple people in different time zones. But
Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
it
let's
happens
talk
in
about the
Nations Cup,
groups
right?
now.
Yeah. You want to go over them A to H or H to A?
Yeah, one at a time, or go through them all and then talk about them.
Oh, I would say one at a time, right? You decide
All
where to
right, yeah.
start.
All right, so Group A, we're talking about we have Germany A, Brazil, Mexico A, and India, which, as we said, is a very dangerous group to be in. Germany A, one of the two favorites with Sweden, and Brazil very strong. Mexico A and India are going to have their work cut out for them.
Yeah, I think, as I just said, right, that's more of one of the split groups. Unless they're scheduling trouble with Brazil, which I wouldn't rule out. It's also one of the harder groups for Germany A, because I think Brazil, if they play a top level like Brew and Fire, that's not going to be easy to get the top one spot there, which I bet our other German team will definitely want for the seeding for the playoffs.
Yeah,
So
seeding.
Germany A
I
vs
do
Brazil will be a
believe.
banger.
Yeah, I think someone was asking about who, like seeding and stuff for the playoffs. I think the top like it's just the top two go into the playoff brackets, and then the better one, the first seed, gets a higher seed, and the second one doesn't. So,
I
winning your
would
group
imagine
over
that,
getting
right? That's
second
what
is a big
Andy
deal.
had asked earlier.
Yeah, that would make sense now that I'm actually saying it out loud. So, but yeah, that is like we said, more of a split group, but it's going to be a battle of seeding. I think it's who's going to be getting that first seed in the playoffs and who's going to get the first seed in the Silver League. I think India could give Mexico a run for the money on that head to head.
Oh, true. That
And
matters there as well. I mean, obviously, if they train a lot, maybe, and Brazil doesn't practice for it and just relies on they've played DM before and they more busy with work and other RM events, then maybe there's a chance.
they do have Brazil dynasties going on right now, so their attention might be a little bit split. But we can move on to Group B then. So Group B is going to be USA B, Australia, Argentina, and International A. Probably the death group. That is kind of the scariest group of them all, I think.
You should officially, as the one pulling those tickets out of that apparently very tasty bucket there, apologize to everybody in that group for drawing in to that group.
It is, yeah, that is, I do apologize. It is, I want to see bloodbath. I want to see great matches, and I don't want to wait till the playoffs. So, I wanted, I wanted some blood sports, and I think we're going to get some amazing matches from there. And like you were saying, I think there's a clear favorite in USAB, but there's a lot that can go.
Yeah, it might not be
Anyway.
deadly for you guys, Hydra, but I think it's deadly for all the three other teams that need to be really scared. I think you're the clear favorite still. But I don't know, Mojito, who do you have as the second place in that group? Because I kind of can't decide.
Yeah, it's a tough one. I don't know because let me pull up the players just to make sure I get this correct. I don't know the Australians grew quite as well. I've seen a few other names around, so I do know that. I kind of want to do the dark horse and hope that International A shows up and sneaks one in, maybe off the backs of the secret weapon Lamo. Maybe they're coaching Lamo up pretty well, and he can kind of carry them into the promised land. But I would love to. I'll take the long shot and vote on International A coming second. I believe.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure.
How about
I'd
yourself?
say Australia because I think it's still the strongest team there. Argentina
Yeah.
though, it's super scary. I wouldn't need to take a look at their practice, but Robo, Crown, and Christ, that's a team that has chances against USAB. So I still have to go with
Yeah,
Australia.
that's fair. All right, should we move on to and then what about Silver League? What do you think about who do you think is going to come out on top there for third place for Argentina International A? Who do you think wins that matchup?
International A might not necessarily be third in the group, but they're going to win the Silver League in the end.
Okay, I can see that happening. Somebody else will have to take out Argentina for that to happen, but then International A can beat whoever takes on Argentina. I'm down to believe that. I'm a believer. I want to see International A pull off the underdog upsets. And,
Group C is
yeah,
actually going to be exciting. I mean, Austria is going to smash everybody. I don't think freaking Andy, freaking Chris, and if they teach Wien, if Wien doesn't have who was it? It wasn't breakfast. The Brit with the terrible starts. No British player with terrible starts in C-Mod. I'm blanking. Aten. If Wien Dinchester doesn't have Aten-like starts, Aten-like starts, then Austria can dysfunctional tryhard can just play Elephant Pocket even if Wien Dinchester doesn't learn the starts. I think they're gonna win that group. But Poland and USAC,
that's gonna be a tough matchup.
I might go against the seeding here, but I think USAC is stronger.
USAC has a lot of they have the different number of players, so they will be able to go a lot longer because they have extra endurance. But they have some really strong names. They have people like Packers who've just been playing nonstop. If Brizolin is able to get some games in, we know how good she is. They have USAC looks scary.
So Jade is playing a lot. Jade is playing a lot, and he's carrying in team games with the very top guys. So, alone, Jade and Breeze in their team is two of, I think, these, Jade and Breeze together are super scary. Not sure.
Yeah.
Depends on if comms work out. Communication can be a bit tough with Breeze. And then they've got Warpath, who will do all the master strategy for the team as well. You've got the experience of Packers, be easy, and Brizolin giving it wise as well, probably being really great for a team to have Brizolin in, with everything that she knows from the past, also the energy that she brings. Ranger's a very solid player. Packers brings all the ladder experience, and Warpath brings the strategy. So I don't know. I feel like that's a team that have every base covered.
Yeah, and Poland could be very scary there. But yeah, and then we'll see what the placeholder team weights, or if it's just a three-team race, which I hope it's not a three-team race. I hope we get Team 32.
Obviously, Poland is strong too. Drumjack's a beast.
Yeah,
it's scary, but USAC has chances.
Yes, it is. Absolutely. Then Group D.
Oh, I'm sorry, we didn't mention Falafel in all my right. It's hard, guys. You have so many team members. I can't bring everybody into one sentence.
Look, Falafel. If you wanted to be mentioned, you got to make your own team and split your team in half and be the 32nd team. We need more USA teams. But
they could. What happens if there's another USA team now? You can't put them in Group C because there's a USA team already in there.
Yeah, well, we'll yeah, you know what? Make my life miserable. You know, I'm fine with that. No, that's great. If that happens, we can figure it out then. But that means we get a 32nd team, so I'd be happy with that. That's a good problem to have. Let's put it that way.
Akbado wants Iceland to be moved there, I think.
I mean, I think what would end up happening was India gets swapped with that, just because they were the last ones to get pulled. So you just swap India and the placeholder, and that's kind of roughly makes sense. So, but yeah, Group D: Spain, Mexico B, Great Britain B, Germany C.
That's the other death group. That's the other death group. That's the Group B might be the super death group. This is the almost as much death group. I don't know. Everybody can make it there. I say Germany C, obviously, and I think that's not far from the truth.
It does.
But second place, I think Spain does first place. Spain does first place. Germany C does second place.
Yeah. Okay. and it is dependent too because we aren't 100% certain on which Great Britain that is because I think I have it right, but we might
I think
because Great
Germany
Britain
sees
didn't want
better
to
than
put
both,
actual
so
names. Okay.
the
And
Great
you think
Britons
they're
are
going to
really
be able
close
to
to
beat
each other, and
the?
I would see Germany C above both of them. So.
But Mexico B has some pretty heavy RM hitters, right? So it's going to be tough to see if they. That's Kingstone's team. So if Kingstone can kind of carry
that's
things
scary.
through, it's going to be an uphill battle for Germany C, I think. But yeah,
It's
Germany
also,
C definitely looking like a solid team to go up and make an upset.
I mean, both the British teams are also scary, but I mainly want to see the Great Britain versus Germany matchup in there as well.
That would be pretty good, yeah. Should we move on to Group
It's a
B?
death group, right? Everybody has chances to get second there. I think Spain is still relatively big favorite for first, but I could see them certainly losing a set there maybe if they don't prepare and the other teams prepare a lot more. Wouldn't say it's super guaranteed they win every set there.
Absolutely, yeah. I think it'll also be interesting to see how many games are taken off of Spain, even if they do sweep, right? Like taking games isn't nothing. So Group D, like you said, it's the other kind of death group. So, all right, Group B, we got USA, France, Netherlands, and Switzerland. Definitely the content group, as you mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely going to be some very fun matchups there.
Yeah, that's a live group. I mean, USA is gonna sweep everybody, and Netherlands and maybe Switzerland have chances to take second place. Netherlands versus France is gonna be a banger. Also, an amazing rematch. It's Shishkan in there for Team France and Admiral Zhao for the Netherlands, and the famous first deathmatch tournament match of Shishkan that he was live streaming, and his chat make a lot of fun of him, was against Admiral Zhao, and Admiral Zhao clapped the 2K3 armor Shishkan's butt live on Shishkan's stream. So Shishkan definitely has something to correct there as well against Zhao.
That'll be a fun match. Yeah, it's you gotta settle some grudges when you can. So that'll be fun. And then yeah, Switzerland also looking pretty strong. Again, we were wondering how much it's
I
kind
hyped
of
up France a lot,
coaching.
but just in terms of the content, I'm gonna say top 1 USA, second place Netherlands. Let's go.
Yeah, I will. You know what? I'll go. I think France is gonna keep it. I think the they're gonna beat the Netherlands. Unfortunately, I'm all for the Admiral Zhao sweep, but I think France has enough to prove that they're gonna not let Admiral Zhao get another victory. We can't. They'll be responsible and make sure that Admiral Zhao his ego doesn't get too big, right?
And that would give us the chance of the Griffin versus Zhao finals in Silver League. So.
That's true. Assuming neither of them make it out, so maybe we can get the Griffin versus Zhao matchup in the playoffs, the Gold League finals, right? Course. Maybe they make some crazy upsets.
Someone for them need to win their group for that, though, right? Or make it to the semis, quarters probably, right? It's 16 teams. That's round of 16.
Yeah, it'd be an uphill battle for sure. All right, Group F. We got your team. You got Pakistan. We got your team, Germany B. We have Arabians and the Iceland team.
So I'll let you go first on that one.
I mean, like we were saying, I think it's the first three. Definitely, any of you can take it. Probably the most even matchups there are across the board. Iceland, of course, as we were talking with Hagberger, or I'm going to mispronounce that, but the 5 best RM players from Iceland are there. So we can really see if they put in the effort to get good at DM, and if that's the case, that can be quite a bit of skill there, and they could pose some problems. So I think like out of all the divisions, like even though the death groups are the death groups, I feel like Group F is just it's its own kind of death group where I think anyone could kind of come out on top out of nowhere. I think with knowing how much you all have been practicing, I think I'll put you. It's tough. you or Pakistan has some really heavy hitters too. So I think because I know where you're going to put yourself, I'll put Pakistan first, Germany second, and then I think Iceland could. I'll hope that Iceland proves everyone wrong and beats the established DMers in the Arabian team. So I'll go Pakistan, Germany, Iceland, Arabia.
Obviously, Iceland's gonna be first because they're the coolest.
That's true.
Then it's obviously us because we're the strongest, and then no, I don't know. It's like I think this might be the most exciting group to watch if you want to know who makes it into playoffs generally, because I think with the other death groups it's pretty clear that one team is a big favorite. And here it's more open all around. Iceland obviously the underdogs, and yeah, I don't know. Pakistan versus us will be a banger match, and Arabia certainly has chances. I think we're really good and really prepared, and Pakistan is also trading a lot though. Like Ola, I kind of spoiled that we played a practice match against each other versus Pakistan already, so maybe a bit unlucky that we end up in the same group because we've been practicing with them, right? But
yeah,
also means that both of our teams are putting work in, so anything can happen there.
that'll be good. Yeah. And the Ravens
seeding
do have some very strong players.
I think if you make a complete seeding list, that's kind of seed 8 versus seed 9 match, right?
Yeah, that I could definitely.
If there wasn't random seeding, this would have happened as well. Because I think Pakistan would have been like seed 7 or 8 in the top pool, and we probably seed 1 or 2 in the second pool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The one thing I do want to say is that with all the practice that Pakistan and Germany has, even though the Arabian have some very strong players, if they have not been practicing together, that could cause some problems against some really good cohesion, some really good teamwork from the teams that are practicing. So hopefully they've gotten a few games into practice, and I know you'd want them to just fold against you, but
what would I?
Yeah,
Sorry,
so,
I didn't.
saying
they're asking about your hair.
Oh, it is. This was I got a haircut right before COVID quarantine lockdown, and then haven't gotten a cut since. So it is 6 years now. I'm just growing it. Got a little bit trimmed up here and there, but it is very sweltering and hot, and takes a lot of effort. And honestly, there are days where I just wish I cut it off because.
I mean, considering that, really, you're taking good care, man.
Yeah, thank you. All right, let's talk about one of the most dangerous groups in a way of Group G, with Sweden, Russia, Japan, and Great Britain C. I think that's another very dangerous group, but I think there is a very, very clear favorite more than any other division or any other group.
I know every British team right now is hoping that Great Britain B and not Great Britain C. Even though that's also a hard group. I don't know. The British didn't have it too easy today, you know? Lost the show match, and now the other two teams get these groups.
Yeah. So
that's Mojito's face, Fluffy Bunny.
Yeah.
And they're saying your hair is very well taken care of, shiny and smooth.
All right, so yeah, Sweden I think is kind of the clear number one there. Russia has the skill. I mean, they have Vinch, right, and Sinister. Like they are the favorites to get second. But the question is, how much DM have they been playing? How much can Vinch coach up the rest of them? And Japan's putting in that effort. And Great Britain C, either one of the Great Britain teams, who we're pretty sure is Doof's team, or Legend and Doof and Huggy, they could pose problems for Japan and Russia for sure. How do you think the bottom three?
Still a terrible group for Huggy's team.
Yes,
and the
absolutely.
Japanese team. I think Great Britain C, if that's Huggy's team, they're actually going to beat Japan and come third, but Sweden and Russia should take it.
Gotcha. Yeah, I think that, Sweden, Russia, Great Britain, or Japan. It's a pretty clear-cut group, unfortunately. I think out of any of the other groups, it is.
Can't be only death groups. They have to be clear groups.
I know, right? They're all. The more we talk about them, the more I'm just like, man, these are all such good teams. And then there's Group H. So Great Britain A, Canada, Bulgaria, and the North American South American Association known as NASA.
I mean, 3 teams are on Earth, you know? There's one team that looks down on all of them.
And I mean, Great Britain A is one of the only 2 teams who have lost so far. So not looking great right now. But yeah, Great Britain A definitely, even though they did lose today, they were showing how good they are and had some great matches against USA A, and definitely the favorites coming out of Group H.
Yeah, like if I'm saying it honestly, I think that's maybe even the most clearest cut group. I think Great Britain A and Canada. I'm sorry, Mojito, but I don't think they're gonna have many issues in their group. And it's going to be a good match between Great Britain A and Canada. I think Canada can challenge them, but Great Britain should have a sizable advantage. So, yeah. We're ending maybe not on the most exciting group, but there's a lot of exciting groups in there. Group H is, there's clear favorites in the group.
Yeah. And then you got Bulgaria and NASA finishing up the side, which, like, so long as if we can get WOG to play and Anomaly and Dark Killerman, and I'm kept on the sidelines, then maybe we can make something happen against Bulgaria. But
Griffin says Bulgaria's a threat. Dark horse of the tournament. Okay, maybe Malda needs to start practicing.
I was gonna say, yeah, that's even if they are a dark horse, that's a pretty dangerous group to have to dark horse against. Like Great Britain A, that's quite the upset.
Yeah,
Canada, I could see being a little more reasonable.
Impossible. Great Britain is top 4 team. Like USA, exactly, A, B, Germany, Sweden, and Great Britain are top 5. I think there's a clear top 5 in this tournament. There's a clear top 5, and then there's like Spain until Russia kind of pool. With, I would include Argentina, even though they're in pussy. I don't know. There's a big field that can make something happen, But after that, in front, there's a clear top 5.
Yo, absolutely, yeah. But it is going to be interesting to see who can kind of make it out of these pools, who can get the upsets in the group stage. And we got a lot of Age of Empires ahead of us for the next few weeks. So hopefully it's 1 match per week at least, and so in a month it'll be playoffs. I think that's
crazy, so many exciting matches to look out. Like, we just talked about 2 more of the clear groups first, but like also the top matches between the top teams, like in many groups, are super exciting. And then you've got groups like in D, F, and B, where nobody knows what's gonna happen, and even E, who makes it to the playoffs, right?
Mm-hmm. And also, it'll be nice to be able to see who the lower seeds and stuff, who kind of starts showing up well against the top teams, and that can give us some heads up for what to expect from Silver League. As much as you love to watch Germany A go up against Sweden, it's sometimes fun to watch those lower division players who are going to lead to some more interesting, unique gameplays. And
that's all the community legends in there, right? You've got people like Shaw, people like Travesty, people like Eisen, people like Huggy, people that people love to watch, right?
That's where all the content comes from. That's where the Circus Ring Masters are made.
But man, this has been a great draft show. It's getting a bit late here. Maybe
absolutely. I mean, I am sweating.
And you're wearing this dress all the time.
Oh yeah, that was the worst part. Is I was wearing it underneath the sweatpants and pajama pants during the show match. I was like, this is a mistake.
If you missed it, there was a live striptease in this VOD. Go watch it back.
It'll be on YouTube. Yep. So yeah, we'll I'll swap this over to a spreadsheet, and we'll definitely post it for everyone to see. Maybe someone's already done that, but I'll get that going in the Discord. And
thank you so much, Mojito. Like, you're doing so much work for this tournament, organizing all the content side of things. Now you even did like 2-hour live draft full on cam. You are amazing, and everybody should give a huge round of salutes to Mojito. And Gonna give you a shout out. Give the man a follow. He's gonna
No, thank you.
cast the
He's gonna
tournament
play
as well.
probably a video from a while back, like one of the Pokemon trading card games from fucking 6 years ago.
I swear he's
but-
streaming Age.
Yeah.
Ah, it's
that's-
Age.
that's
It's
what it
Age.
is.
Look at
That's
it.
totally fine. It is okay. Excellent. Excellent.
Mess
Good.
up your board.